While loop is used to iterate statements on the basis of a condition, unlike for loop in which we know in advance how many times the loop should execute. The syntax of while loop is simple. While, then we mention the condition. As long as this condition remains true, the computer executes the body of the loop, and when the condition becomes false, the computer jumps out of the while loop. In the while loop, we have to be careful that we should give the initialization statement and the change statement initialization statement before the while loop, and a change statement that changes the variable value that is being used in the condition inside the body of the loop. If we forget to write the change statement, or we forget to write the initialization, we may not get the required result from the while loop. We will see this in the examples of the while loop. On the first example, this is a simple one. We will simply iterate from 1 to 10 and print the numbers from 1 to 10. So I have taken a variable I as my variable on which the while loop condition will execute. I have initialized it with value 1 on line number 8. Then in the while loop, the condition is I is less than 11. So as long as this condition will remain true, which means as long as the value of I will be less than 11, we will get the answer true, and while loop will keep on executing. When the value of I will become 11, this condition will become false and computer will jump out of the loop. So inside the body of the loop, the first statement is print I, which means the value of I will be printed, and here is the change statement in which I am incrementing the value of I by 1. And both these statements, print and I, because they are inside the while loop. So in PHP, a block is represented by an indent. So I have indented them by one indent, which is around 8 spaces. If I take this print statement back or take this I statement back, then Python will consider them out of the while loop, and while loop will end at this line. So in the Python language, be careful with indentation. So in this case, first of all I will be 1, then I will be incremented by 1, it will become 2, 2 is also less than 11, it will print the value of 2, and so on until the value of I will become 10. 10 is less than 11, which is true, it will print the value of I, which is 10, and then it will become 10 plus 1, 11, I will become 11. So 11 is less than 11 is false, and then computer will break the loop and jump out of the loop to this line. And in the next example, we have used the continue statement of the while loop. Inside the loop, whenever a computer encounters the continue statement, it stops executing further, and it jumps back to the condition statement. It means it will reiterate. So here the question is to print numbers from 1 to 10 that are not divisible by 3. So what I have done is I is initialized by 1, condition is while I is less than 16, so it means it will loop from 1 to 15. Now here is the condition to satisfy this criteria. If we divide I by 3 and take the remainder, and if the remainder is equals to 0, it means the number is divisible by 3. Then we will increment I, so that next time we check the next number, and we have written this line statement continue. So when the computer will encounter the statement, execute the statement continue, it will straightway jump back to this line, and start over with the next value of I. So it means it will skip the value 3, skip the value of I from printing, skip all those value of I which are divisible by 3 from printing on the screen. Now if the if the value of I is not divisible by 3, this condition will become false, and we will come to the line 24. We will print the value of I. Again we will change the value of I, which means we will increment it by 1, and then again go back to line number 20, and so on. Now in the third example, the condition, the question is print numbers from 1 onwards until the cumulative sum of those numbers is less than 200. So here the criteria is on the sum of the numbers. So I have initialized I with the value 1. I have assigned 0 the variable sum. Now as long as the value of sum is less than 200, this loop will keep on executing. Inside the loop I have added the value of I to sum. Then I have checked if sum is less than 200, print the number I and the sum of all the numbers up till now, and then I have applied the change statement, which is increment I by 1. So this loop will keep on executing as long until the value of sum is less than 200. The moment value of sum will become equal to 200 or greater than 200, this condition will become false, and we will jump out of the loop. So let's now check these examples by running the program. So here is the first program. It will simply print the numbers from 1 to 10. So here are the numbers from 1 to 10. The next examples, number 1 to 15, but excluding those that are divisible by 3. So 1, 2, 3 is excluded, 4, 5, 6 is excluded, 7, 8, 9 is excluded, 10, 11, 12 is excluded, 13, 14 and 15 itself is also excluded because it is divisible by 3. And in the last example, see, it has printed number 1 and the sum of the number is 1. Then 2, sum has become 3 because 2 plus 1 is 3. Then in the third iteration, number is 3 and sum is 6 because 3 plus 3 is 6, and 4 plus 6 is 10, and so on until the sum is less than 200. So it means 190, next number will be 20, 190 plus 20 will be 210. So that's why 210 is greater than 200, the condition will become false and the loop will break. So this is the the while loop has executed up till the value of sum 190. This is all about while loop. So in short, whenever you have to execute a loop on the basis of a condition, it means you know the condition, that as long as that condition remains true, you should iterate a statement or number of statements, you will use the while loop. Thank you.